For a time, we tried to contact him by radio, but no response.
All right, welcome to the first video podcast of the Dumb Marks podcast. This is our first special edition that we're going to be covering the NBA Finals between Miami Heat and LA Lakers. Steve, you know, someone once said video killed the radio star. How do you feel about switching to video after doing podcasts for a few weeks?
We'll see how this goes, and true to form with being the dumb marks that we are, we're offering up our NBA predictions one day after the NBA Finals started. Hey, listen, we're not called the dumb marks for nothing, right?
We wanted to see how things went in Game 1.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, don't want to give out a true prediction until we see who wins Game 1. But after watching the game last night, I turned it on after Dynamite was over with, wrestling-wise, and watched the majority of the second half of it. The way it played out is exactly how I think it was going to play out from the get-go when the matchup was made. Miami just doesn't have anybody to stop Anthony Davis. LeBron is so good as a facilitator and knows how to move the ball and pick defenses apart and get it into where AD can just feast on the Heat inside. So Game 1, I wasn't expecting it to be as big of a blowout as it was. I think they said, once Miami was down 10, they went on like a ridiculous 75-30 run or something like that. It was insane. It was nuts. I don't see it playing out any differently. I mean, if Dragic and Bam are not going to play, which right now it doesn't look like they're going to, especially Goran. Bam may try to get out, but right now they're both kind of doubtful for Game 2. Neither one of them, if both of them play, it's a sweep for sure. Even if both were healthy and played, it might be a sweep 4-0. I don't see it going any longer than 5. LeBron will get his fourth ring after leading 3 different teams to the finals. He found something here with AD. This is a crazy 2020 year for them. So who knows if people are going to try to hate on him for winning a championship in the bubble and didn't do it, regular season through postseason through finals in a true NBA season fashion. So
everybody has to get LeBron.
Yeah, give me the Lakers in 4. I don't see them being able to get a win here.
After Game 1, Steve's bringing out the broom already.
Well, it's just matchup wise. I said, when Miami played Milwaukee, I said that's a bad matchup for the Bucks. Miami does everything that the Bucks don't like going up against and facing a team. And what happened? Miami won that series. Spoelstra is a great coach. He needs to be up there on the list with, Popovich and Riley and Phil Jackson and those guys. He's an unbelievable coach and has gotten his team further than I think even they would have expected to be at this year with getting them to the finals. But he just doesn't have the pieces to combat AD and LeBron. It's just that simple. So
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, what I see yesterday that LeBron's played 254 playoff games going into this. So I guess after last night, 255. I mean, that's a lot of experience. He's the second most player to do that. Derek Fisher had 259 games in the playoffs. So he could even be the number 1 at the end of this series, but You know,
And he's been to the finals 10 out of 17 years in the league. He has more finals appearances than a list of franchises.
Yeah,
Literally a list of franchises. I bookmarked the tweet and go figure, I can't find it right this second. But it was a really good size list. I mean, you can quote unquote and say, LeBron is the Patriots of the NBA. Realistically,
on the back.
He gets hated on like the Patriots got hated on. All he does is go to, conference finals and finals. Now, he doesn't win it at the clip that the Patriots win, but I mean, things happen. So,
I see LeBron as like the team MVP. He, like, no matter what team he's on, he is the MVP. Steph Curry's that way. And I think before that, the only other player might have been Kobe, that we last saw that with.
He's different than Kobe because he doesn't have Kobe's mentality as far as killer instinct goes. Mm-hmm. He's more of a cerebral player, to his fault at some point in times where he's wanted to get other players involved more than he should have, and he should have taken games over more than what he has done in the past. And that's shown up in the finals itself. Yeah. But I think he's rejuvenated. The time off being injured last year helped him out. Year 17 it's probably been his best year in a long time from beginning to end with what he's been able to do. I mean, you saw I don't know if you saw the highlight of him with the reverse dunk at halftime after the buzzer went off when he was just fooling around, went up and just did an old school reverse two-handed jam. If you haven't seen it, go see the clip. It's been on Twitter, floating around all your socials today. And it's like you're 17 in the league and you're still jumping up doing reverse tip-in dunks like you were 24 years old again. So he's special. I tweeted this out from our Twitter account whenever they won, and you have to truly appreciate greatness when you see it. I came in, and we're the same age, so we came in on the tail end of Jordan. Mm-hmm. So yes, I knew Jordan was great, but I wasn't able to appreciate the true greatness of Jordan.
Absolutely.
Because of the age that I was. Now being older and, seeing the entire career of LeBron, it's special. It truly is. And people, like I said, the hate is immense. He's the Yankees. He's the Patriots. Whoever else you want to roll into that category, Cowboys, that just, you either like them or you don't. It's rare that you find tweeners for LeBron James. So I say, forget the hate. He's going to go down as one of the greatest players of all time. Just enjoy the greatness that you're seeing while you're able to see it, because, there's not going to be a talent like him for a very long time, if ever again.
What was Ric Flair's quote? You don't gotta love it, but you gotta recognize it as the greatest thing going today.
That's it, baby. No doubt about it.
I don't go with the sweep. I'm gonna book it a little bit differently. I'm gonna book LA winning again tomorrow night in Game 2, Friday Game 2, and then I think we're gonna see Miami come back in Game 3. But then I think LA is gonna get the next 2, so I'm gonna call it in 5.
All right, so you got Lakers in 5. I got Lakers in 4. I only say 4 just because of Gordon and Bam being hurt. I really, if them two were playing and being 100%, I would call it a little differently. But with them two being doubtful and probably both going to miss, at least a game or two, that just going to put them into a hole. So we'll see. But that's the breakdown for the NBA Finals. We appreciate you tuning in, and be on the lookout for this week's upcoming podcast. Peace.